Sairam, good morning, dear children. So, today I'll be continuing the same lesson Natural Resources, Class 5, Subject Science, Part 5, and Chapter 5. So, in Part 4, I have explained to you about forest, the importance of forest, and the conservation of forests. So, in Part 5, we will understand the steps taken by the government to conserve forest, as the useful and the most valuable forests are being destroyed by various human activities like urbanization, industrialization, construction of dams, etc. So we must not forget that deforestation means destroying life on the earth. So in order to preserve the forest, the government has taken certain steps. The government has made amendment to National Forest Policy in 1988 and has taken many steps to nurture and conserve the forest. So the government has taken many amendment to National Forest Policy in 1988. So what does this policy aim? So this policy was launched with the principal aim of ensuring environmental stability and maintenance of ecological balance. So this policy, National Forest Policy, was launched in the year 1988. The main aim of this policy was to ensure environmental stability. This means that we should have clean air, natural resources, and a non-toxic environment to have healthy community. And maintenance of ecological balance. So what do you mean by ecological balance? So ecological balance is the equilibrium between the harmonious coexistence of organisms and their environment. So equilibrium, it's a state of balance. So ecological balance is a state of balance between the harmonious means friendly and peaceful coexistence of organisms and their environment, and including atmospheric equilibrium, which is essential for the sustenance of all life forms, plant, animal, and humans. So it also includes the atmospheric equilibrium. I have told you equilibrium is a state of balance, so which is essential for the sustenance of all life forms like plant, animals, and human beings. And the government is maintaining and conserving national forest through the forest department. So the forest department is also helping to conserve national forests, and village panchayats and local community protect social forest. And many movements have taken place against deforestation when the implementation of several mega projects were proposed. So many movements have also taken place against deforestation. Deforestation means cutting down of trees. Afforestation means planting of trees. So deforestation means cutting down of trees. So many movements have taken place against cutting of trees when the implementation of several mega means huge projects were proposed. For example, Panduranga Hegde initiated Appiko movement to prevent deforestation. Appiko means to hug in Kannada. And Sundarlal Bahuguna opposed cutting down of trees by the well-known Chipko movement in Himalayan region and thus saved many forests. Even Sundarlal Bahuguna opposed cutting down of trees by the well-known Chipko movement. Chipko means to hug in Hindi in Himalayan region and thus saved many forests. And Salumarada Timmakka dedicated her entire life considering the trees as her children, and she has planted and protected banyan trees beside the road from her village Hulikal to Kudur with the help of her husband. So Salumarada Timmakka planted and protected banyan trees beside the road from her village Hulikal to Kudur with the help of her husband. So, considering these trees as her children, Timmakka dedicated her entire life for them. Hence, Timmakka is called Salumarada Timmakka. And even the government of Karnataka has declared a project called Salumarada Timmakkana Neralu Yojane in its budget in 2014 and 15. So the government of Karnataka, as a token of respect to Salumarada Timmakka, the government of Karnataka has declared a project called Salumarada Timmakkana Neralu Yojane in its budget in 2014 and 15. So I think you have understood this. I am just summarizing the whole video now. The government has made amendment to National Forest Policy in 1988 and has taken many steps to nurture and conserve the forest. The government is maintaining and conserving national forest through the Forest Department. Village panchayat and local community protect social forest. Many movements have taken place against deforestation when the implementation of several mega projects were proposed. Appico movement, Chipko movement, etc. Now I'll be asking you some of the questions relating to this video. What is the objective of National Forest Policy launched in 1988? What are the steps taken by the government to conserve forest? Name the national park and wildlife sanctuaries. Name the movements taken place against deforestation. Why Timmakka is named as Salumarada Timmakka? So these are the 5 questions that you have to answer. Go through the video, understand it, and then answer all these 5 questions. Thank you. Sairam.